Okay, let me share my many racist stories. The first story is about chicken. Yeah, chicken. And then she would take off all of her clothes. I can see everything. She passes lice to my head. Ew, what is that smell? 佢哋每一次都叫我呢個名。I had studied in the UK for 7 years, and you think it's so glamorous, everything is so amazing. Well, most of them is really fun, but some of them could be really sad. But let's start with this girl, my first roommate. So in my first dorm, I actually got 6 roommates and one girl called Rebecca. Rebecca is the main mean girl. Okay, let's start with some minor stuff. At like 12 a.m., she would be like, "Hey, Katrina!" And I'll be like, "Hi," because I'm trying to be a 讨好人的一个人 because I want friends, right? So I was like, "Huh?" And then she'll be like, can you go down to the library and get my mathematical homework for me? I just don't know how to say no at that point because I really want friends. And I'm basically her pal twin because I really want someone to go to lunch and dinner with me. And that comes to the second point. She asked everyone in my dorm to not have dinner nor lunch with me. If you have been in a boarding school, you know how it feels. When I was 14, when I couldn't find anyone to have dinner or lunch or breakfast with me, I just literally don't go to eat. But she kind of made me who I am right now because, you know, when you go to a lot of meals with those foreigners, especially like British or Americans people, you know what you learn the most? What I learned the most is to say a lot of 废话 because when you see them every single day, you can't be talking straight to the point every day, every meal, otherwise you have nothing to talk about. So what I learned is to talk a lot of 废话, and now this is my strength. I know how to say 废话. Okay, and then the story get more crazy and crazy. So, bear in mind, we're all 14 years old. And then the main mean girl in our room was like, "Hey Katrina, can you come to my bed?" And I was like, "Huh?" And then she would take off all of her clothes. I can see everything from her. And then she would start laying on her bed and she was like, "Katrina, come over." I was like, holy damn. When I'm in Hong Kong, I haven't even seen my friends naked. That was my first time and I was really shook. I'm like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I like men. But obviously she didn't mean that way. And then she'll be like, "Can you please do me a massage, please? I promise I'll do it back." And I was like, as I said, I don't know how to say no. So I was like, "Oh, sure." And then she gave me some lotion for me to like massage her. By the way, of course, she didn't do it back on me. She just instantly go back to sleep. So I'm just like free labor, a free masseuse. Me? Anyways, I was. And then the most disgusting part is because I live in the same dorm with her, so like I observe whatever she do. She never go to shower. She only goes to shower like once every 3 days. She only wash her hair once every 7 days. Bear in mind, she passes lice to my head. I used to have lice. I have, what is that, 头虱 on my head because of her, because she used my comb. She is disgusting. But let's go back to the story. Okay, lice. Nothing, that's barely anything, okay? Lice is nothing. She asked me to massage her with her specific cream. And then when I was massaging her, there's like 老泥开始出来了，一直搓，脑里一直搓出来。我小时候用那个橡皮擦那些泥出来，我都没有看过那么多泥。这个身上泥比我小时候擦过来的所有橡皮的泥还要多，真的是搓出来可以变成那个什么，那个救心丸、脑泥丸。No jokes， 我这辈子那个搓泥的程度可以，我继续搓下去可以那么长的一条泥。No jokes。OK，I was shocked， 我觉得哇哦，好神奇，我这辈子没有看过这种东西。I actually hate that girl. Like, I hate her. People say, no hate. You shouldn't hate someone. No, I hate her. So what? Kill me, kill me, hit me. She can't hit me now. Story is about chicken. Yeah, chicken. It's really hard to think how the story is gonna go, right? But it's gonna go crazy, let me tell you. So in our school, you have like an area where it's like a buffet. So you can get whatever cold dishes that you want. And in those cold dishes, there is chicken wings. And I get a lot of those because I love chicken. And seriously, I don't know how you eat your chicken, but I eat my chicken like because I have a fork. I poke my fork in the chicken and then I bite it like this. Right? I'm not weird, right? I honestly think it was normal because in Hong Kong and China, everyone do that. No one use a knife and a fork and cut the chicken wing. I still remember that clearly. When I was eating my chicken, the girl sitting next to me is one of my classmates, I wouldn't say friend. She was like, "Ew, why are you eating your chicken wings like that? That's so disgusting." You can imagine that ugly face. If you think that's bad, let me tell you, it's also about chicken wings. Like in our boarding school, there's a thing called the sixth form entertainment. So basically, what does sixth form entertainment do? The eldest people in our school, when they're about to leave, they're gonna create like a whole show to make fun, but in a good way. To make fun of our teachers, to make fun of like the school, sort of something like that. Weird, but it's kind of fun when it's my year. But when it's not my year, they did something horrible. And I still remember it was my first time going to sixth form entertainment, and holy damn, I saw they took pictures without consent. They're just taking pictures secretly of Chinese or Asian people eating chicken wings with their forks. I mean, I was not there, but a lot of Asian people are. And then those pictures are projected on the screen in front of all of the students and teachers. Guess what? Since then, I know how to use fork and knife to eat my chicken wings goddamn well. I can eat the 软骨。我可以把那个软骨切出来，把那些骨剔的都没有肉，然后吃掉它。我现在是一个 master in eating chicken wings and chicken drumstick with my fork and knife. Yay! But obviously, after the teacher saw it, they did went and sorted out. Because obviously this is a rude action and our teacher won't allow that happen. Why did they do that? They're kids. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Maybe after this 吐槽 I forgive them. 现在还有7年前当然是会不一样的，所以我希望他们有很好的改进吧。But 我希望他们可以继续保持幽默，可是不要是黑色幽默。最后再说一个黑色幽默的东西，其實我不覺得他們幽默，可是他們一說的時候，所有白人都在笑，所以我覺得他們應該覺得挺幽默的吧。我嘅廣東話名叫做雅莉，大家睇下。zoom大佢，佢哋每一次都叫我呢個名。哒哒陽光小白馬，滴滴答滴滴答。这是一个对 Black 非常 racist 的一个东西 ，Mean Girl， 他们就会说 ，Oh my God, is your name like And I don't find it funny. I'm like, no, my name is Ibngali. And they're like, what really? 他们就是每次看到我的名字都会说一遍，就是真的很烦。那个人叫 Camellia， 好像他还经常取笑我的口音很难听。就譬如说我说 ，Hey Camellia, can you please pass me the biscuit？ 他就会说啊。Camellia, can you please pass me the biscuit? 就是他会笑我的英文的。And then 那时候我就跟他说 I know 3 different languages. What about you? You only know English. And what? Like a little bit Spanish? Shut up! 其实这是我想象的，我那时候根本没有这样跟他说。I was just like 然后就拿着我的 biscuit. Poor little Katrina. 为什么你又没有 fight back? I'm actually quite grateful for them because they did taught me a lot of stuff.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I'm only gonna be stronger. Thank you. Anyways, if you guys have any interesting story, I want to start a new series, okay? I want to collect everyone's stories. Any story, like crazy story, racist stories, 感情 stories, 呱呱 stories. I really want to like know all of them and I'll select some of them and then I could say it in videos. I feel like that would be so fun. 好，那 thank you for listening, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!